sport of wrestling. I know him being a local person from the Northwest District, we've been able to kind of see it and be close to it, but I don't think we can kind of grasp what he's accomplished. He finished his career as a 4-time state champion, a 4-time NCAA champion, a world champion. He was 184-1 with 4 state titles, along with his brother Hunter, Cam Sergeant, Chris Phillips. The quartet led the Monroeville Eagles to a team state championship Division III in 2010 and runners-up in 2009. Logan won the state record 179 straight matches in high school. The dominance continued at Ohio State for Stieber, who finished 119-3 in his 4 seasons for the Buckeyes. He won NCAA titles at 133 points in 2012 and 2013, and 2 more titles at 141 in 2014 and 2015. He is one of 4 wrestlers in the 89-year history of the NCAA championships to win 4 individual championships. As a senior in 2015, Stieber also helped the Buckeyes to their only NCAA team championship. Upon graduation, Stieber promptly made the 2016 World Team at 134 pounds and won gold in a non-Olympic weight championship bracket. Stieber also made the 2017 and 2018 World Teams. Last May, he won the Pan Am Championships after earning bronze in the event in 2017. We're honored and humbled and excited to have World Champion Logan Stieber.
Thank you guys for having me. It's really cool to be back here. I have to admit, I was thinking on the way up if I had ever been here before, and like I said, probably an hour away in my hometown, and I just had forgotten until I walked into the gym, into the school, and seen the auditorium, and remembered all the times I wrestled here as a little kid. So I was a little bit nervous walking up. I think this was the on deck kind of line for the bidding tournament. So yeah, pretty nerve-wracking, pretty cool to come back and be able to see you guys and speak to you guys. So, you know, I guess you guys just heard the accomplishments are really from very similar town area as this. We had about half the students at my school, Monroeville High School. Probably did the same things you guys did. I was in 4-H and FFH, and you guys have the county fair here, probably, right? Yeah, so my brother and I, we showed pigs and stuff at the fair. So, you know, pretty normal life. But I can give you guys my kind of my wrestling story and kind of, you know, maybe little stories within the stories. So I started wrestling when I was 4 or 5 years old. And I just remember just being wild and running around and having fun with it. And I think when I was 6 or 7, I started to be pretty good in the local club. And this is probably my first wrestling memory. And the only reason why I believe it's my first is because there's lots of pictures, but there's no picture of this. So, and I heard the story, so I think it's the first one. It might not be the first wrestling memory, or maybe I'm remembering from what people told me, but I was wrestling at it's my local high school tournament, or high school gym, you know, biddy tournament, and I was in the finals, and I locked up, I think it was a cradle, and the ref slapped the mag, got the pin, and so we shook hands, and they raised the other kid's hand. And later I found out that I had pinned myself, which was a little bit strange. I really didn't really know. But the person I wrestled, and then you kind of look back at it, and it makes a lot of sense. You guys probably know the name, Tony Jamison. So he was a 4-time Ohio High School state champion. He wrestled at Ohio State. And yeah, pretty funny, because if you guys have watched him wrestle, he's very funky and a strange wrestler. But yeah, so I pinned myself. It's probably my first wrestling memory there. But that really brought me in to a really good group and made my future, because after the match, his dad and my dad started talking, and we got into the Brunette Wrestling Club, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know Scotty. and Derek. So started working with, trying to move from my biddy club to the brunettes club, and I remember crying a lot. I was pretty good in Monroeville biddy school, and going to this club 45 minutes away in the dark of winter, like it is today, crying a lot, and my dad being pretty unhappy, which in turn made us cry even more. But I got better. I got better, and I remember just traveling to tournaments and keep progressing my wrestling, which was fun. And by the time I got to middle school, I moved up into the older brunette group, and I'd be wrestling a lot with a lot of good guys. And I just remember losing was we didn't lose too much when we did. It wasn't like my dad wasn't super happy with us. But I remember winning junior high state the 6th grade year, and I just lost at a national, medium level national tournament, and kind of completing the year out, kind of the first kind of state tournament. We never had grade school states or anything, but just the middle school state was a pretty cool thing for me. And after a loss, someone asked me how my year went, and probably before that I would have said it was a bad year because I got upset in a tournament or lost a match. But I remember kind of making a little bit of a growth in my just in my life, saying that it was a good year, ended the year well, and accomplished what I needed to accomplish, even though I lost matches. But I guess I'll tell a story about. So I kept progressing and won high school state when I was a freshman, and by the time that came around, I really wanted to go to Ohio State. I joke and say they asked me when I committed. I committed to sophomore in high school, but in reality, probably after the Buckeyes won a football title in 2001, I was sold. I never really wanted to go anywhere else. I know this is maybe Michigan country a little bit too. We're getting close to the border. Most of you guys Buckeye fans.
Yes.
So one of my kind of best/worst memories was after I just committed to Ohio State. I was a sophomore. I wrestled in Vegas at like a 20 and under tournament. So I was 17. Just turned 17. I was an old sophomore, and just turned 17 and won this big tournament. I beat a couple college guys, and it was really good or whatever. And then the next week at Brunettes Club, I wrestled, and I just remember getting beat up bad by just kids my own age, and 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and riding home, I just remember thinking, like, man, what the heck? But kind of how the sport is, in life, just kind of one day you can be doing so well, and then the next day, reality sits back in. So I know that helped me a lot, especially as I got into college. And at the end, I'll kind of give you my 3 takeaways. But one thing that I'll say is that success is not always a straight line. And I learned that, and you guys will learn that if you guys haven't already learned it. So just lots of ups and downs, and that was kind of a funny exchange where probably the best tournament of my life at that point. The next week, getting crushed at practice. But after after I wrestled out at Monroeville, I went to Ohio State, and obviously you guys know the results of how things went. But my first year at Ohio State wasn't. I redshirted. I started out wrestling, and then I got hurt. I got injured, and I had to redshirt. But it was one of those things where kind of everything seemed so good, and it was hard. But it was it was hard, and I probably the biggest turning point in my life or in my wrestling life was in the spring of my freshman year when I thought I knew everything. When I was in high school, it was wrestling for the most part was pretty easy. School was easy. If I was hurt, I could still win. If I was sick, I could still win. And I had good coaches, and then I had great coaches in my club, but kind of whatever I wanted to do, it was whatever. And in college, I quickly learned that it wasn't that. So probably March, April, my freshman year, I decided to just just believe fully in my coaches and what they said. And I believe that they were really good coaches and they had the best for me. So after that, I just started doing everything they said, and things turned around for the better. But it's success isn't always a straight line. So lots of ups and downs. Too many stories to kind of tell you guys about cutting weight and losing matches. But I guess I'll end with, before my kind of last part, one last story, and I think this is really important, and you guys will see it a lot, and maybe it's happened to you guys in the past. And I know as a coach now, I try to limit this always, but it happened twice. It happened last year at the U.S. Open. One of my last events competing, I lost in the quarterfinals to a kid who I thought I was going to be, who I'd beaten in the future. And I wanted to be done with the tournament because I already qualified for the next round. And it happened probably more dramatically and definitely more meaningful. 2016 at the Olympic trials, I lost in the semifinals to the eventual Olympian, got fifth at the Olympics. But I lost 5-5 in criteria. I know 5-5 wrestling sucks sometimes, right? But so I lost 5-5, and I remember after the match, I went up to Jay in 2019 or 18, I guess. I went up to Jay and Cavell, but same type of stories. I said, okay, I want to be done. There's no point in me wrestling. I can't make the Olympic team anymore. I don't care if I take third or fourth or fifth or sixth or 100th at this point. And what's funny is that we usually, outside we make fun of the people. Not make fun of, but don't like that action of there's nothing left. Why would I keep wrestling? I'll just forfeit out. But at the time, I felt that way. And of course, like the good coach that he is, and hopefully I can become, he told me, no way, probably a few curse words in there as well. And I'm very happy. I continued to compete. I lost my next match, I think 9-1. I got crushed. And then last year I did it, and I came back and got third. It's two different endings, I guess, but important lesson, right? So you guys who are wrestling now and will be coaches in the future is, if you guys get somebody in that scenario where they lose in semis and they want to be done, or lose in whatever round they want to be done, don't let them. I think it's an important lesson in wrestling and your character. And so that's something I learned, and I'm happy that my coaches didn't allow me. My dad definitely wouldn't allow me. So if I would have got past my coaches, my dad would have said no, which is what I would want to happen. So it's really kind of an important point there. And if it's happened to you in the past, I would say don't let it happen again, because again, you don't want to be the guy who loses in the semis and my ankle hurts. I'll just pull out. So that's kind of my spiel on that. So let's say 3 takeaways from kind of my wrestling journey, and there's a million of them. But the one I already said, success is not going to be in a straight line. One thing I've always done pretty well is be positive after losses or whatever. So just know, trust in your process, right? And the second thing is kind of, we talk about a lot at Ohio State, is trust before progress. So you'll never, maybe not never, but it's going to be very tough to accomplish what you want if you go to your coach and say, make me a champion, and then I'll trust you. Then I'll start believing you. Right? It doesn't work that way. So trust your guys, trust your coaches, and you guys have a great coaching staff, 80 kids in the youth program, new wrestling room. We had a multi-purpose room in my high school, so we had nothing. So you guys are lucky, right? Trust these guys and believe that what they're saying is, what's going to take you to your goals. And if you don't reach them, believe that it's worth it anyways for what you learn. And the last thing I've learned wrestling is just to be grateful for everything you guys have. Wrestling is fun, it's hard, it's great, but be grateful for the people that are helping you guys out and that are supporting you. And you know, wrestling, like I said, it's great, but you know, I wouldn't be here without my wrestling, you know, talking to you guys, but you know, I tend to not care too much about my wrestling, especially not anymore, and know that most people do not care about your wrestling. So be grateful, be nice to everybody, and you know, learn from everything you do. And you know, I think you guys are going to be successful in life and in wrestling. So thanks, guys, for having me. Hopefully that wasn't too long and choppy, but really cool to be back here and having a good year.
Thank you, Logan. Showed some great stuff there. We'll be out in the back having refreshments, so feel free to take photos or chat with Logan. Just want to say a couple things, housekeeping things before we dismiss. And